Hi, I'm Julianne, and today I'll be your navigator as we explore the topic of God's protection. Today's story is about Daniel. When Daniel was young, he lived in Israel, and Israel was overtaken by Babylon. The Babylonian king took Daniel to be his servant. Daniel was such a great advisor that all the other advisors started getting jealous of him. They decided that they were going to spy on Daniel and try to catch him making a mistake. But Daniel was so good and so filled with God's love and God's work that they couldn't find anything at fault with him. Since they couldn't catch Daniel doing anything wrong, they devised an evil plan. Daniel prayed 3 times every day to God, and everyone knew it. So they went to the king and tricked him to sign a law into place that would make it illegal for anyone to pray to anyone except for the king for 30 days. So the advisors waited, and they tried to catch Daniel in the act of praying to God. When they caught Daniel, the king didn't want to punish him, but he couldn't undo what he had signed into law. So the punishment was that Daniel was going to be thrown into the lion's den. The advisors were happy. They thought they had won. The king, the next morning, ran to Daniel and checked on him. He screamed down to the den, "Daniel, Daniel, are you there? Are you still alive? Talk to me." And Daniel responded that he was still there, that the lions didn't touch him. I think this story shows that God protected Daniel not only from the lions, but also from the anxiety and anger that he probably would feel while others were trying to point out his mistakes and catch him doing something wrong. Now, I've never had someone try to throw me into a lion's den, but I have had friends hurt me with their words. When I was in middle school, a friend of mine asked me to sneak into a movie theater with some boys. I knew it was wrong, and I chose not to do it. And she got mad, really mad. She didn't just avoid talking to me. She told all of my friends and all of the people around me not to hang out with me. I was livid, and I thought the whole school was talking about me. I got in the car one day after school and I was crying, and my mom looked at me and asked what was wrong. I told her the whole story, and she stopped right then and prayed with me. And at the end of that, she helped me get to a place where I would understand that this soon would pass. She helped me realize that I didn't have control over what other people thought about me. As I continued to pray about this on my own, I was able to reach a place of peace until the gossip died out. I realized that when I worry about what other people think about me, the anxiety eats at me. It makes it hard for me to live authentically. Throughout today's story, Daniel was at peace. God protected Daniel from an actual death in the lion's den and a kind of internal death that can come when we are overwhelmed with anxiety and fears of what other people are saying about us. Now it's your turn. How do you think Daniel stayed calm despite the other advisors' hatred towards him? Have you ever thought about what others were thinking and saying about you? How did it make you feel, and what did you do? Daniel continued to pray even when he knew he wasn't supposed to for 30 days. Why do you think Daniel chose to keep praying? Let's dive in.